Hi, everyone. So my name's Amy Arruda. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and I'm trained in EMDR.
And my
And
name's Ashley Russo. I am a functional nutrition and lifestyle medicine coach and a mom of four.
and I'm a mom of three boys, and I also work on an all boys campus. So I'm just surrounded with boys, always in my masculine energy. Um, so I'm really excited to be here, and I wanted to share some of my experience. Um, I met, I reconnected with a friend from high school who actually reconnected Ashley and I. Her name is Heidi Lajos, and she is a regenerative health practitioner. So she introduced this alkaline diet to us. Actually, I don't want to call it a diet, it's more of a lifestyle. And it really helped me after my three pregnancies. I was really feeling depleted. I had gestational diabetes and had psoriasis, digestive issues, and I was prescribed prescription drugs that were just not addressing the root cause. And I also struggled with anxiety and depression. I had postpartum depression. So after those pregnancies, I started incorporating some of these superfoods and really noticed a shift. And I was able to come off my antidepressants, and I really started to like dig deeper after I stopped breastfeeding. I did a deeper cleanse. It was a parasite cleanse. So my food intake was like it just removed all GMOs. I was eating cleaner, more organic, just closer to nature, and mostly plant-based diet. Um, so, um, so after doing the parasite cleanse, I noticed that my anxiety and depression were really improving without the prescription drugs. My psoriasis was cleared up. I lost 17 pounds, which I was not expecting. I had to buy new clothes. Um, and I like don't get sick anymore, which is crazy. Like I think some of the products that I've incorporated were like there's a zinc supplement I'm taking that really I swear by it. And I was able to keep off the weight. Like even though I'm not eating as strict, I'm still happy in my body, which after having three kids, nobody really expects to do. Um, and there were so many other shifts in my life. I feel like um, it was like the starting point um, to leaving a toxic relationship. I was letting go of other vices like alcohol. So yeah, I'm not drinking anymore. It really just this lifestyle really just planted the seed for new growth and in so many aspects of my life.
Bravo.
Yeah.
So I come into this from like a little bit of a different perspective. I come from the medical field. I'm a licensed nurse. I came up through EMS and went into nursing. And then I left the medical field after having my second child, who, when she was around the age of 3, almost 4, was diagnosed with autism. And that kind of sparked this whole, spiritual reawakening inside myself. And I found that I was very much now submerged in a holistic education and health management through a holistic lens as opposed to a pharmaceutical based one. So I had already been studying about sprouts and living foods and algae and seaweeds and all of these superfoods kind of independently. And then I was reintroduced to Heidi. And when she started talking about the regenerative platform that Purium is, it's part of their foundation, it literally lit me up like nothing else has lit me up, because I have been looking for a really long time for a superfood sort of pharmacy that I could go to kind of help steer people in a health journey in a very good way with very pure products. So when she introduced me to Purium, I was like, this is it. So a little bit about, like I said, I had 4 children. My own personal health journey was after my 4th child. I was so depleted that I had a Lyme disease get re-triggered, something that I had from childhood that I had completely forgotten about. I had a Bell's palsy. They wanted to put me on antibiotics and prednisone and the whole thing. And I went plant-based and herbal medicine and raw food. And it was amazing. And I had remedied my face and my Bell's palsy and my inflammation in about 2 weeks. So that was really pivotal in my, okay, this is now primary medicine in my household, and pharmaceuticals are a far, like, they're not even on the table unless there's something like gravely wrong that we can't address the root causes of. So fast forward, I get introduced to Purium. We definitely speak the same language. I am just absolutely in love with the company and everything that they stand for, and it's been quite a wonderful experience getting to know all of their products and their lines, and just working with a really awesome team. So with that said, we're going to share our screen and talk a little bit about alkalinity in your lifestyle. Some of this so I can see. Okay, so tonight we are talking about the benefits of alkalizing your diet, why that's important, what that means, and then we're going to talk about some supplements at the end, or some superfoods and some supplements at the end, just to kind of tie it all together. So what are the benefits of alkalizing your diet? And I actually wanted to call this like alkalizing your lifestyle, because it's not so much about like eating alkaline food that you're directly adjusting your pH based on what you're eating. It's not that. It's you're taking in food that your body was made to digest and made to function on. And when you do that, that naturally is how your body is supposed to function. And therefore your body stays at an alkaline level. It's when you start adding in all of these other kind of toxic foods that humans weren't supposed to eat, you run into problems. So eating an alkaline diet allows your tissues and organs and glands to regenerate, which is obviously super important to health. An alkaline diet is hydrating and regenerative because most of everything that you're eating is plant-based, primarily for the most part, hopefully, and that's got so much water in it. So that's absolutely amazing. The natural state of your body's pH is around 7.4. Your blood is anywhere from 7.35 to 7.45. And just your overall human body pH is around 7.4, which is automatically slightly alkaline. When we flood our bodies with alkaline nutrition, our body doesn't have to use so much energy to protect our own body's pH. Your body has got so many buffer systems in it to protect this very, small window of where the pH in your body can go. And if you are constantly introducing toxins and raising the acidity level, your body has to do a lot of extra buffering in order to get those numbers within normal limits. And that is energy that could be expended on something way different, like digesting your food or supporting your immune system or, reprioritizing your memories or regulating your emotions, or any of those things require energy.
What I really liked about this lifestyle is the focus was more on what to incorporate and not what to eliminate.
Amen.
Yeah,
for sure. So when we are not living, close to nature with our food choices and our lifestyle, you start to build up acidity in your body, which leads to things like inflammation. tissue degradation, lymphatic stagnation, hardening of the blood vessels, and eventually leads to long-term chronic disease. Benefits of an alkaline diet, like we said, but on more of a cellular level, the whole point of eating food is to nourish your cells. It's to get energy from your cells. That's the end point. That's what you want. That's the whole point of it. So if you just look at eating food as that, as cellular nourishment, you can really have a pretty decent paradigm shift in terms of looking at what you're eating on a daily basis. But when you do that and you eat in a clean way, a lot happens to your physiology very quickly. Your blood starts to purify, which means that your cells are not clumping together inside your bloodstream the way that they used to. You have way less mucus production. Mucus is part of your barrier system to help remove toxins and to keep your smooth muscle, your smooth tissues safe. But if you have a lot of irritants, you're going to have really thick mucus levels build up, and that doesn't lead to health. So you have way less mucus production. The blood is better able to reach and nourish the body at the cellular level. And this includes muscle tissue. This is all tissues. All tissues require oxygenated blood to thrive. So this is pretty wonderful in terms of a visual. Acid versus acidic, things that are going to cause more of an acidic reaction inside your body: meat, coffee, dairy, alcohol, cigarettes, refined sugar, refined breads, flours. It's really refined flours. And things like anger, because emotions definitely dictate your metabolic chemistries directly. So more on the alkaline diet, these are things that are more of an alkaline lifestyle. These are things that you definitely want inside your daily life. Would be fruits, vegetables, raw vegetables. 60-70% of your vegetables should be raw. There's some really important things in raw vegetables that are not in cooked vegetables. Coconut grains are great if they're in like this type of form: millet, amaranth, and quinoa. Oop, and I hit the button too fast. And then something like joy. That's definitely gonna help bring your body back into homeostasis. I really liked this slide because this is literally the reason why I signed up with this company. The ingredients list on here is absolutely mind-blowing. The clean ingredients that nourish your body with super greens and healthy fats can help alkalize and balance alkalinity every single day. And the amount of nutrition that you are getting in these shakes and in these superfoods is absolutely amazing in terms of clinical quality food. This is it right here. This is like so pure medicine, and it tastes amazing. It's
Surprisingly,
like
yeah.
so surprisingly. My children don't have a problem with this. It's really wonderful. So glyphosate. Let's talk about one of the things that's leading the detriment to human health on planet Earth right now. And that is a antibiotic / pesticide neurotoxin called glyphosate. You probably know it as Roundup. It is a registered antibiotic. It was a registered antibiotic before it was anything else. And it is a neurotoxic chemical, and it is used as a weed and pest killer. There is roughly 4.5 billion pounds of glyphosate sprayed annually around the world, and only about 1% of it actually goes onto the weeds to kill it. The rest of it gets completely absorbed into the soil. And this is a water-soluble toxin, which means that it gets sucked up into the plants, it gets sucked into the rainwater, it gets sucked up into the clouds, you're breathing it in, it's in the waterways, it's everywhere.
That's why it's so important to eat organic, get organic produce. And it's in a lot of the foods that are in like the middle of the grocery store, like cereal and a lot of things.
GMOs, for sure. And Amy's right, you definitely want to buy organic because it's just one more avenue that you have control over. We don't have control over a lot of these other avenues that allow these toxins into our system. So you want to control it where you can control it. And I'm surely going to control it as best I can by buying organic. Glyphosate creates an acidic environment in our bodies, 100%. It actually blocks our ability to absorb essential amino acids. And it does more than that. Inside the plants, when it's sprayed on inside the plants, it actually blocks their ability to produce certain amino acids, and certain amino acids humans need to get from plants. We need 9 essential amino acids from plants. And if glyphosate is blocking a plant's ability to make certain amino acids, then you're eating plants and you're not getting the proper nutrients. So you're eating like a broken plant, and it's going to create a broken human. It starts breaking down structural linings within 30 minutes. So not only does it break down your gut lining within 30 minutes, but you're talking about your kidney filtration systems. You're talking about the blood-brain barrier. The tight junctions that hold together your gut lining are also found in your brain, and they're found everywhere else that there's a thin layer of cells that hold together like this to form a barrier. And glyphosate goes in and unstickies those and makes everything kind of loose and leaky. So that's a really big deal, because then toxins are getting from inside your systems, a closed system like your digestive tract, to inside your body systems and inside your tissues, where it then stays. And then the other thing is that not only does it kill the medicine within our soil, the bacteria that's in the soil that produce certain chemicals that our body need, it also kills the same bacteria that live inside of us. We're more bacteria than we are human DNA. And glyphosate is going to destroy our body's ability, those bacteria's ability to produce the medicines that we need. Something like serotonin, for example, like fundamental things that humans need to just be happy. So over the past 25 years, we've seen the most profound explosion of chronic disease in human health, and it is directly related to the increased billions of pounds of glyphosate dumped into our agriculture. Alzheimer's, autism, all of those, the charts are straight up and down with the increase in glyphosate, as you can see by this chart right here. If we've got neurotoxins blocking our absorption of amino acids, which amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, then we're not going to be able to build strong and healthy bodies. So right there. So the antithesis to this, a really good resolution to this would be to have some sort of go-to supplement that you can take that can help remedy and remove the glyphosate. And Purium has come up with such product, and it is, to my knowledge, the only one on the market with clinical testing that backs up the claims, and it is biomimetic. So not only does biomimetic support a healthy microbiome, it supports a healthy microbiome, and it does that. Well, we'll talk about why it does that in a second. But the microbiome performs 3 vital functions: nutrient assimilation, meaning it takes the food that you're eating and it breaks it down and it puts it into the body where it's supposed to. Toxin elimination. It helps, again, digest the food and break it down into its usable and unusable parts. And immune activation. More than 70% of your immune system lives within the walls of your gastrointestinal tract. So your microbiome and your immune system are one and the same. When compromised and or when the gut permeability increases, our immunity is lowered. You're directly affecting your immune system when you have a compromised microbiome and gut. Toxins leak into our body and build up in our tissues, and that compromises all functioning systems. If you think of a car that you never change the oil, everything kind of gobs up and backs up and nothing runs right. Your body is a much more sophisticated instrument than a car. So it's really important to get those toxins out. Biomimetic has, like I said, some pretty good there's some pretty good clinical trials. In this report here, it talks about glyphosate levels being reduced and C-reactive protein levels being reduced by 75% over a 6-week period, which is incredible, honestly. Purium is honored to have the Detox Project, the world's leading glyphosate pesticide and research certification program, recognize our product, Biomedic, as the first and only gold standard verified solution for removing glyphosate from the gut.
So the super aminos.
See, come here, buddy.
So I've had such great success with the super aminos. I think it really helps curb my appetite. And what I learned is that I know there's like such a push for protein in like the fitness world, and really your body is only absorbing just a certain percentage of that protein, of animal protein, and eliminates the rest. So these super aminos are they are vegan. They're just pressed legumes. And there's 1 gram of protein in each tablet. So I take 10 a day. I take 5 in the morning, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And then I take some later in the afternoon. So I've noticed more muscle tone built, even if I'm not working out, because there was a point like during the parasite cleanse where I wasn't working out as hard. I was doing like lighter workouts, and still my muscle tone was, I was seeing more definition. It minimizes body fat, maximizes your strength and endurance, builds muscle mass, and reduces recovery time. There's been over 30 clinical studies published on its uses, and 8 years of field trials and 18 years of clinical trials. It's used, getting ahead of myself. So yeah, it boasts a 99% net nitrogen utilization, alleviating stress on the kidneys and livers. First used for patients with stomach removals, then elderly patients were given it for nutrition and recovery of lean tissue. And now the terminally ill are also given super aminos to improve their quality of life. So this product is used by Olympians, yoga instructors, personal trainers, dancers, MMA fighters, boxers, aerialists, world-class athletes around the world.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then we chose to talk about apothecary, which is something that we use a lot in this house, just because sleep is such an important part of health. So tart cherries contain a wide variety of unique antioxidants and phytochemicals to help with balancing your circadian rhythms, supporting healthy joint function, and promoting healthy uric acid metabolism. Your body runs on circadian rhythms. Every single cell runs on circadian rhythms. So having a balanced circadian rhythm is really, really, really important. Apothecary is 100% tart cherry concentrate. In each 1 ounce of that concentrate, you have the equivalent of 30 tart cherries. And by taking this, you are targeting deepening sleep. You are combating free radical damage, beautifying your skin, and creating a healthy response to inflammation. The amount of antioxidants and phytochemicals in this is absolutely astronomical. So it is really, really, really strong. It's a really strong tool in terms of an anti-inflammatory. And yeah. I love it. We absolutely love it. The deepest sleep I think I've ever gotten since I was a child has started once I started taking Apothecary. It's absolutely wonderful. And that's it. So we made it through. This was wonderful. You did wonderful.
Thanks.
This is great. We love you. And we're done. Peace out.